So originally, I was going to make a video about how, I guess, how if hi. I think that's the most stable beginning I've ever had to one of these videos, and that's sad. Anyway, originally I was gonna make a video in my from my viewpoint of what makes someone a good president or not, but I don't feel like it because when I started saying things, I just didn't like it. So, I mean, I'm still gonna do it, but I tried already and I screwed it up. It was actually like it wasn't even just like bad. I like legitimately like couldn't say anything. It was weird. Anyway, I'm still gonna do it. That's what this video is about. I just want to explain that I already tried this once and I failed miserably. So I'm gonna try again. I'm still probably gonna fail miserably, but I'm also still gonna post this because I don't really care. Anyway, let's start. So, first, I need to explain. Well, I don't need to explain because you all know. But, I'm still going to say that there are a lot of people who feel very, very strongly about stuff like this. And I am not one of them. I'm trying to figure out a sensitive way that I can explain this, but I can't. So I'm just going to say this. If the actual world were coming to an end, and it were the president's fault, whichever president, because again, I don't care, were responsible, I still wouldn't care. Fundamentally. I mean, I would think that it sucks that the world is ending, but I just wouldn't care. So, everything I'm about to say after this, you can't complain about. Because this is your chance to opt out. I'm pretty sure this is a verbal contract, so you can't complain about it after the fact. I think that holds up. Alright, let's get this over with. So, people have always been going on about blank is a terrible president, blank is the best president, blank needs to be president a third term, blank needs to be president for the rest of his life. And I don't care about any of that. What I do care about is the idea of the people who say that blank is, well, that the president, I don't know why I said blank on the last one because that one wasn't a name, that the president is successful or a failure. And that's not really up for, well, it's not up for everyone to decide. I mean, well, technically it is. But for the sake of this conversation, it's not. So, when the president is elected, again, they go through an election. And I guess this works for any elected official. So, but that's irrelevant. We're talking about the president. No, that doesn't, nothing else matters. So, when the president is elected, let's say, God, wow. Anyway, let's say it's a dead heat and they win 51-49. So, the president wins, obviously, that's why they're the president in this case, but the president wins 51-49. That means that 49% of the people, well, they're irrelevant at this point, because they already think that you're, not a good president. That's why they didn't vote for them. So this is about the 51. Now, in order for the president to be a successful president, they have to keep or gain on that 51%. So regardless of whatever the president promised, well, whatever you were promised during the election by the candidate, it doesn't matter if it's morally bankrupt, if it'll destroy the environment, if it'll destroy the economy, if it'll destroy the relations with other countries. None of that matters. All that matters is that if those things are said and the people voted for him, whether those things happen or not. So, if I said, as part of me wanting to run for president, I wanted, oh God, I don't know. I wanted to shoot a missile at Pluto. Well, that, I mean, whether or not it's a good idea is irrelevant. If 51% of the people voted for me because they wanted me to shoot a missile at Pluto, then that's what I would have to do. If I did successfully do it, then that means I was successful as president, because I did everything I promised. It's stupid, sure, but that's not really on the president. It's on the people that voted for the president. Because at the end of the day, you know who it is that you voted for. And if that's who you voted for, then that's what it is. Someone is a bad president if they turn on the people that voted for them. If you were promised, I don't know, a new farm, like if you were promised to like replace all the farms that were damaged during, I don't know, floods, earthquakes, tornadoes, whatever, but instead all the farms got bulldozed and Walmarts got put on them, well then that would make you a bad president, because at this point not only did you not go through with what you promised, you actually went in the opposite direction. So yeah, everything that's been happening, sure, it's unbelievably corrupt and morally bankrupt, but it's still exactly what he promised the people that voted for him. Well, not exactly. I mean, there's plenty of things that he also did that he lied about. So, you know, that's what that is too. But again, that has nothing to do with the current situation. Well, that has everything to do with the current situation, which is the point of this. Whether or not Trump is a good president or not will only be determined when the next election is. If 51% of the people or more vote for him again, well, that's how it works. Now, you can say in whatever aspect the situation was altered or fixed or whatever, which might or not be true. I don't really know about that, nor do I care. But the point is, you can't call someone a bad president when they've done exactly what they promised they were going to do, or at least attempted it. I mean, he's a corrupt president, sure. And he's also morally bankrupt. And, you know, he has plenty of issues. I mean, like a ton. But that has nothing to do with the fact that the people who voted for him are getting exactly, well, they're getting like 15% of what they want, I think. From what I understand it, like 15% of what they want has actually happened. And like of that 15%, like none of it's actually been completed. So you're really getting like more like 5%. I think really it's gotten like 5%. I mean, even like the corporations that helped him after have still been ridiculously screwed over, which is really hilarious when you think about it. Like, it's really hilarious. But anyway, yeah. So, I just wanted to do this because if in whatever cursed universe I happen to live in that this works out, and someone actually asks me about something like this, and they just say some random garbage about how I'm just making up my answer to, I don't know, fit the landscape of politics, whatever the hell that means. Well, that's clearly not true. Or maybe it will be, because I don't know. I haven't said it yet, because that'll be in the future. But I'm saying this now, and that's really all that matters. So, yeah. That's it. I'm leaving. Bye.